It's Dr. Kate Walker with Texas Counselors Creating Badass Businesses. Meet the experts. This is week 10, and I'm bringing you Eliza Boquin. I admire this lady so much. I'm like a fangirl. I just follow her from afar, and I just hope I can be like her someday in my own growth as a therapist. She's done so many things. She is the founder of flowandeasehealing.com. Houston relationship therapist. She has the podcast, The Chakras, Sex, and Relationships. She's the co-founder of melaninandmentalhealth.com, and I'm representing with my shirt here with my former intern, Ebony Harris, who is amazing in her own right, and the Melanin and Mental Health Directory, which is a list of clinicians doing awesome things for Black and Latinx communities. And I have to have my notes here because there's more, but wait, there's more. They have the Between Sessions podcast with I think they're up to 122 episodes, and Instagram, 66.8 thousand followers, and Facebook, 25.2 thousand followers. Eliza, welcome. Thank you so much for appearing on my panel of experts. 5 questions in 5 minutes.
Love it. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here because your name speaks for itself also, and have always heard such wonderful, amazing things about the big moves that you make and how you empower other therapists. So thank you for being here. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. So we're going to make awesome therapists. We want people to stay in practice because they're too important to lose to things like going broke or not knowing how to do social media. And that's what you're going to talk to us about today. So 5 questions. Question number 1, what social media mistakes keep therapists from being successful in private practice?
I would say one of the biggest mistakes is focusing too much on getting likes, focusing too much on just putting any kind of content out there. The trick really with social media, it is an extension of marketing. And what we know about marketing is that marketing is about relationships. So really, it's just another opportunity for you to build relationships with potential clients. It's also a great way for you to introduce other services, other products. But what you have to do, just like in any other service, is to provide value. So providing value and using your own voice, I think those are the 2 things that people often miss.
And that's interesting. The last person I interviewed said the same thing, be authentic. So what are keys to being a successful marketer / private practice owner?
I'm sorry, my dog's.
That's okay. Your dog is welcome here.
Can you repeat that questioning? I'm sorry.
Yes. So what are the keys to being a successful marketer / private practice owner?
Yeah, I think the key to it is 1, know thyself. Again, so building off that authenticity. Where is it that you shine? Where is it that you do your best? What types of clients, what types of sessions do you love? So I think that's the first thing, is you have to know that. And then you have to understand where those clients are at, right? And then the marketing piece is, how do I connect with those clients? How do I build another platform, another way of connecting with them? I think it's all rooted in authenticity and also knowing where you shine the most. And the other part that I would add to that, especially with social media, is not being scared to be seen. That is one of the things that I think often holds us back, is we're afraid to be seen, especially with our field. But that's what I would say.
Awesome. Well, and that's that fear, I think, so 10 years ago, maybe even less, of us trying to hide, right? So that brings me to my 3rd question. What is the difference between successful private practice owners and those who give up? And this is a question I'm asking a lot of our experts. So just what do you think about that?
I think the difference is understanding that you are a business person, understanding that you are an entrepreneur. I think a lot of therapists, we fail to take our therapist hat off and put our business hat on. And I think a lot of the times we got a lot of stuff around money and practice, and also patience, and understanding that this is not Field of Dreams. Just because you build it does not mean that it will come. And so having enough tenacity, having a plan, and being able to tolerate the discomfort that comes with taking this risk of being an entrepreneur, that things are not guaranteed and there's highs and there's lows. I think there's a type of person who is an entrepreneur. And I think a lot of times people think, I'll put up my sign, people will come, I'll have sessions, but they don't understand everything that comes and that is involved with running a business.
So true. So true. So this is where I want you to pump you, okay, and your stuff. So I've heard rave reviews about melanin and mental health, and your podcast and your therapy practice. So why do you think people have such rave reviews about your projects and the things that you do?
I think because we take a lot of risks. We take a lot of risk with melanin mental health. That was one of the things that Ebony and I really wanted to do, is to show up as we are. And as women of color, as Black and brown women, a lot of the times the therapy space does not encourage us to show up as we are. We are encouraged to mute ourselves. We are encouraged to really sort of conform. And we didn't want to do that. And a big part of that also, in addition to us loving what we do and wanting to show up authentically as ourselves, is we wanted the clients that we really care about and want to work with in our communities to see, this is what a therapist looks like too. I can come and I can present, and I can also skip all of the psychology jargon and make myself relatable. I take a lot of risk with my own private practice. In addition to being a relationship therapist, I'm a sex therapist, and I have also integrated energy healing with that. And so I think our field is very conservative, and it's scary to take risk. But I think that is part of what draws people in, is that we are sort of out there just kind of doing things differently. I love that there are more people now integrating a lot of these different approaches and taking more risks, but just a few years ago they weren't. So I would say that I think we're not afraid to show up as ourselves.
I think you have led the way in that. And that's why I'm so excited to see new things that you do, because I know once you do it, other people will follow. I mean, I know that, right? I mean, I'm just looking at how you market and how you put yourself out there. So you're a big reason that people are doing this. All right, I've got one more question. What is one piece of advice or one thing therapists could do today to take their private practice to a new level?
I would say one thing that you can do is not being afraid to also offer other services. So in addition to seeing clients, you have a lot of marketable skills, whether that be a paid speaker, whether that be you doing workshops, whether, in addition to you having a group practice, there are so many other ways that you can also make money. And if you can look at your skills as something that is marketable and useful, even outside of the therapy room, then I think that opens a lot more possibilities for you.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining me for 5 questions in 5 minutes. I will do my editing magic. And if you'll hang on just a second, I'll hit stop on the recording and get this wrapped up. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.